Hi, this is Isabel, and today I want to tackle a question that a lot of the business owners I work with ask me, and it's even a deep fear and a deep question that can really affect whether somebody steps out into the marketplace with what they have to offer or holds back. And that question is this: how do I know if people want what I have to offer? How do I know if anybody's going to pay me for this thing that I want to share that I think is so cool? And you know, there's 3 ways I've found that you can get an answer to that. Because you know what? The truth is you don't know. You don't know until you do one of these 3 things. Number 1, and this probably seems pretty obvious, is to ask them. You can ask people one-on-one. You can find a couple of people who really represent the kind of person you want to get an answer from, and you can have a conversation with them, ask them some key questions. If you already have a list, you can poll your list. You can do it informally. You can just send an email and invite people to reply to you, or you can use a tool like SurveyMonkey, and that gives you just a little bit more formal way to ask, and it gives you a little bit more organized way to collect the answers. So don't be afraid to do the obvious and ask. You know, I think if there's a reason that we don't ask, it's because we're afraid of the answer. We're afraid that somebody might come back and say, no, that doesn't interest me. Or, you know, I don't think I would invest in that. And I don't think there's a way around it. I think you're going to have to take that risk and engage and find out. The second way that you can respond to that internal question, how do I know if people want this, is to trust yourself. I know that sounds easier said than done, but it's really the way I've operated for the majority of my business, is that I simply did that internal work to be connected to myself, to be connected to my passion. And I simply had a lot of faith in my own sense of what people wanted and what people needed. Because even if we're not formally going out and asking people, and whether or not you've been in business for a long time or not, the fact is you've been out in the world, living among other human beings, you've been interested in what you've been interested in. And in addition to your own personal experience with whatever it is that you want to offer, you probably have some experience of engaging with other people around that topic or that issue. And so I find often I'm just drawing on that span of experience that I've had and processing it and coming up with my intuitive sense of what would be beneficial for people. Now, I'm going to tell you, most traditional marketing people will tell you absolutely not to operate this way. They'll tell you stories of people who created something with a lot of love and a lot of care, only to find that nobody wanted it. And they'll tell you it's dangerous. So I am going to, what I will buy into with that is you don't want to risk the bank on just that gut feeling. Or at least, let me be honest, I don't want to risk the bank just on my gut feeling, although it's served me very well so far. But I find that there is a reason that it can be valuable to launch yourself into the creation of something you're feeling really drawn to bring out in the world. Because I find that sometimes if we take too long to check in and make sure that it's okay with everybody, we lose that creative spark, we lose that creative impulse. We even get overly sensitized to what other people say, and we start to proceed very carefully and not from that kind of gut sense of, oh, this is so important. So part of the answer to the question, will anyone value this, is found inside of you, in your own gut feeling about what matters.